Let's take a look at what went on this weekend in the world of sports, specifically football. And we're going to start out with college football. And the team that's been pretty good this year, Alabama so far, played against Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt was going to put up a fight. Vanderbilt was at home. Vanderbilt did squat. Vanderbilt did what Vanderbilt does against Alabama, and that is they lay an egg. And that egg happens to be in the same form of the number of points they scored against 59 for Alabama. Check out the highlights.
Second down and 1.5 yards. Handoff, Damian, big hole, left side. He is going. Here's a race on.
No, he
20,
looks gone.
15, 10, 5. Give it to Alabama.
Yeah.
Another first down, Alabama.
Not good.
Scanning the field, he had all kinds of time, and now he's running out of it. He's still going to root it downfield. Touchdown, Alabama.
That would be the backup quarterback, by the way, for Alabama, making those plays. And that's a backup running back making that play.
Lonnie Clark again. Clark breaks the tackle, stumbling and diving, stays in bounds at the 3.
Didn't score on that play, but they scored plenty at 59-0. Penn State and Iowa played an amazing game. It was at Iowa. And if you haven't seen Saquon Barkley and Penn State play this year, you got to check this out. They took this game down to the very bloody end. Iowa put up a hell of a fight, but in the end, the difference was Penn State, and the difference was Barkley. Check out these highlights.
They got a field goal, and they can win it in the final 2 minutes. Unless they do this. From Wadley says field goal, schmield goal. We're going 35 for the score, but Penn State has time on the clock. 24 seconds left. McSorley, nothing doing, so he flips it over there to Saquon, who jukes past Jewell for a first down and gets out of bounds. They get a first and goal, second and goal, third and goal. Final play of the game with 4 seconds left. McSorley over the middle to Juwan Johnson. Your game-winning touchdown and the first touchdown catch of Juwan Johnson's career.
Notice the way he caught that with his hands. Young receivers could look at that and learn a lot. In fact, there's a lot of old receivers that could learn a lot by catching that with your hands, like looking at the hands. You're a receiver. That means you're receiving. I'm sorry. Just don't see that enough. And Penn State, great win. And when you get a win like that, this could be a special year for Penn State. Not a huge fan of a lot of stuff that's gone on in the past at Penn State, but Penn State football is back. Next up would be UGA. And dang, was I wrong about this one. I picked Mississippi State to win. Not even close. UGA rolled. UGA's offense was strong. UGA's defense was strong. And Mississippi State, from the jump, was not even close to being in it. Congratulations to Kirby Smart. You got a defense going on, and you actually got a young freshman quarterback in Jake Fromm that is doing everything you need him to do. That and about 10 or 12 different All-American style running backs that just seem to keep coming and coming at UGA. Check this out.
Midfield moments later, Fromm to Isaac Nada, and look at him, just uncovered, middle of the field, dragging a defender into the end zone.
When you're running the ball like that, the play action pass is right there for you. Great call on 3rd and 1.
Then Fitzgerald again, just trying to get anything going. Ball deflected, picked off again. This one's Dominic Sanders. Sanders with 13 picks. That ties Kirby Smart's career number of interceptions.
Yeah, what a great show by UGA. Speaking of shows, and unfortunately not on the great side, the UCLA Bruins, that Bruin defense held Stanford to 58 points. Yeah, 58 to 34. They can score pretty good at 34. You know what? They couldn't stop you, me, and anybody else's choices of 9 people playing offense. UCLA is horrendous and an embarrassment on the defensive side. Got a good quarterback in Josh Rosen. Defense, they can't play dead. Check this out.
Rosen has time, finds Lashley, still on his feet, and the Bruins still alive and breathing.
Yeah, they were then.
Ball game. Great play action. Oh, behind the receiver, incomplete for Schultz.
After review, the receiver had his hand under the ball for a catch. Touchdown.
There you go. The play fake looking into the end zone. Touchdown wide open. And the Bruins hanging around.
Yeah, they were.
Toss to Love. Cuts it up.
Up, Love.
Love on the loose. And Love never lies. Touchdown, Stanford.
Yeah. All Mr. Love did was run for over 200 yards against the UCLA defense. So if it's not throwing, it's running. And right now, the theme at Stanford is all you need is love. Because love, if you've seen Saquon Barkley and you've seen how well he is or how well he runs the ball, check out Love out at Stanford. Because this kid has got it going. He's only averaging, 8-10 yards a carry. Pretty special year. Next up, Clemson. Clemson came into this game off a huge win. And this was close for a long time. Don't let that score fool you. 34-7, Clemson pulled away late, but Boston College did a really nice job early on of standing toe-to-toe with Clemson. But superior talent just wore Boston College down. Here we go. See, 7-7 in the fourth quarter.
Time to go one-on-one down the field. The catch is inbounds. Did he get the foot down? The ruling on the field is yes. The smaller corner. From the 7-yard line to the ground and to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Nice run.
Adam Joyce gets his 3rd touchdown of the year. 18, 45, if he breaks it to the 40, 18, he can go. You can't catch him. They have 3 Travis.
How about that kid?
The true freshman innings, Louisiana brings this to the table. If you can get to the second level, you're going to have a really, really hard time catching up.
Yeah, 9 carries for 100 and something yards and a couple touchdowns. Doesn't matter what position that young man plays, get him on the field. If he wants to be a quarterback, maybe someday. But running back, wide receiver, just get him somewhere where you can get him the ball. Dabo Swinney has what you would calmly consider just a unbelievable plethora of talent at Clemson. They're going to be tough to beat going down the road. Let's flip over to the NFL side and take a look at some of the highlights when it comes to the NFL and what went on yesterday. There were all sorts of great comeback wins. Patriots came back and win and whatnot. But let's go to the Jaguars. Yeah, the Jaguars playing the Ravens yesterday. Started at 9:30 in the morning on the East Coast. And simply put, the Jaguars just embarrassed Baltimore. Embarrassed. Soup the nuts. Kick their butts. Let's go.
Completes it. Diving attempt for the end zone, and there it is. Benjamin Watson with the touchdown for the Ravens.
Yeah, and that was one of the last highlights of that game. The New York Jets. Putrid. Bad. Historically bad. At least since about 68. But in this case, just to give context, man, how bad did the Dolphins blow? They blow pretty bad. They lost to the Jets 20-6. Let's see that highlight.
Cutler fires to the far sideline. Parker makes an excellent grab. Side. Cutler rolls to the right. Pumps once, pumps twice. Clock expires to the end zone. Caught by Parker. Jay Cutler and the Dolphins.
Yeah, all right. What, no dance?
On the board.
No dance? No celebration? You avoided the
Finishing
shutout.
touches on this ball game. Good snap, good hold, kick is on its way. It is good.
No good.
No, it's
Put
not.
up to the left.
And just to,
Markey high-fiving everybody.
just to finish off the day, the Dolphins scored their only touchdown with no time remaining and missed the extra point. New Orleans Saints took care of the Panthers. So the Falcons, who luckily, well, let's go to the Saints first. The Saints beat the Panthers, and this was a heck of a performance because going in, I don't know about you out there, but I was assuming this was all about the Panthers being able to take care of the Saints. And again, I was wrong. Check this out.
7-yard line, high snap. Newton gets it into the hands of Curtis Samuel. First down and more. And he's finally tackled by Kenny Vaccaro. 7. Panthers must get to the 21. Newton under pressure. And Cam Newton will pick up a Carolina first down. Seasons due to injury. Second down and 8. Breeze looked right. Now fires down the field for Ted Ginn Jr. And he makes the catch for a Saints touchdown.
Ted Ginn Jr., by the way, was a Carolina Panther, even last year. So I guess they kind of miss him because they couldn't get close, really, to the Panthers. I mean, to the Saints. Great win for the Saints. Now, the Falcons and the Detroit Lions. You could have seen or missed 59 and a half minutes of this game, and you'd have been all right. But this was almost deja vu all over again for the Falcons. Another no lead is safe for the Falcons because this one came down to the last play of the game, and this is how it finished.
Stafford's throw, catch made, touchdown Lions! It's Golden Tate, and they lead for the first time today.
Reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is changed. The runner was touched down at the half-a-yard line. He was short of the goal line. By rule, we would go back to a running clock, and we have a 10-second runoff. So by rule, the game is over.
Not happy in Detroit about that one. And I'll be honest, it prevented an absolute hemorrhaging, bleeding mental wound for the Falcons. Can you imagine how they would have felt after how they blew the Super Bowl to have early in the season, to have this come as a result, to blow another lead like that? Ugh, I'm happy for them. They're the only undefeated team in the NFC South by virtue of Carolina losing their game. But hopefully this doesn't sort of mark them going forward.